So, what if I told you that a classic spiritual book from decades ago actually holds the key to surviving our crazy, hyper-connected world? Today, we're going to take Ram Dass's masterpiece, Be Here Now, and see what it has to say about our age of AI, endless notifications, and the pressure to be online 24/7. Let's dive in and figure out what it means to find real presence when literally everything is trying to steal our attention.
And this quote, this really sets the stage perfectly, doesn't it? For centuries, humans have struggled with distraction, with ego, with being lost in thought. We used to be hooked on our own internal dramas. Now we're hooked on data and feeds. The core challenge, just being present, right here, right now, it hasn't changed one bit. We're just playing the exact same game on a much shinier screen. All right, so let's start our journey with something we all know intimately, the infinite scroll. You know what I'm talking about. In Eastern philosophy, there's this concept called samsara. It's this endless, grinding cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, and it's all driven by desire and craving. Well, in our digital age, it looks an awful lot like your Instagram feed.
And here it is, the modern version of samsara. It's that trance-like state you're just swiping, scrolling, bouncing from one video to the next, one headline to the next, always looking for that next little hit of information. We get so deep into it, so lost, that we actually start to mistake all that digital chatter for what's actually real. And this is how the illusion works, how we get so easily tricked. We think that by consuming endless amounts of information, we're gaining true insight or wisdom. We feel that little buzz from a notification, and we mistake that brief jolt of validation for genuine love and connection. And we pack our schedules, we optimize everything, confusing all that busyness, all that productivity, with a real deep sense of purpose.
So, here's the first big step to breaking out of that cycle. It's this profound realization that you are not your feed. You're not the content you consume. You're not the profile you've built. You are the quiet, steady awareness in the background that's just watching it all unfold.
Okay, so if we are the awareness behind it all, then what is this screen that we're staring at for hours every day? Well, think of it this way. It's become a new kind of mirror. Only this one is made of pixels, and it's reflecting a version of ourselves back at us.
And right there, that's the trap. Every post, every selfie, every carefully worded bio, it's a curated reflection. The device itself isn't the problem. The problem is when we start to believe that that polished, filtered image is who we are. We start identifying with our digital avatar and completely forget the messy, beautiful, complex reality of who we are when the phone is off.
So it's a question worth asking yourself, really. Who are you beyond the posts, the likes, the metrics? What's left in those quiet moments between the scrolling? Because that place, right there, that's where the real you lives.
Thinking about this leads us to a pretty radical new idea about what has value in our world. In an economy that's literally built on distracting us, the greatest luxury isn't a fancy car or an expensive watch. Nope, it's something far more rare and way more valuable.
Forget Bitcoin. The new currency, the most precious resource of the 21st century, is attention. Plain and simple. Every app, every platform, every algorithm is engineered to mine it from you. Where you choose to place your focus, that is literally how you spend the currency of your life.
And here is a powerful thought, a kind of prediction for our times. But honestly, I think we're already there. True wealth, real richness, isn't about your bank account anymore. It's about having the internal freedom to just be still, to resist that constant nagging pull of every notification. It's the power to simply be present in your own life without needing to check anything.
But we've got to be really clear about something. Being present isn't about withdrawing from the world or becoming a hermit. It's actually the complete opposite. It's about total connection with this very moment. It's about seeing something beautiful and not having that immediate, twitchy urge to grab your phone, capture it, and post it. It's just seeing it.
All right, this next idea, it's a little radical, I'll admit, but it is unbelievably liberating. There's this spiritual concept called ego death, and it has a really powerful application for us today, learning to let go of that digital identity you've so carefully constructed. Just think for a second about the constant pressure to maintain your personal brand, to keep up appearances online. It's exhausting, right? Well, digital ego death is the incredible freedom you feel when you just let it all go. When you realize your actual, true worth,
has absolutely nothing to do with your follower count or how many likes you get. Because let's be real, that carefully crafted online self, it's temporary. It's going to fade. And all those posts you stressed over, they're going to get buried in the endless river of content just like everybody else's. And that right there is pure freedom. It frees you from the exhausting full-time job of being your own publicist. It gives you permission to stop performing and just be.
Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, right? But how do we actually do it? How do we take this philosophy and bring it into our real, messy, everyday lives? Well, this last part is all about that. A simple toolkit for practicing presence.
Here are 5 simple things you can try. 1. Before you post anything, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I sharing this from a place of love and connection or from a place of lack, needing validation? 2. Delete one app that sucks your time and just replace that habit with a moment of silence. 3. Try looking at another person with the same undivided attention you give your phone. 4. Do something kind for someone and don't tell anyone about it. Serve without the hashtags. And finally, number 5, think of meditation not as a chore, but as refreshing your soul's browser. It's a system reboot. You know, in the end, it all just comes down to this. In a world full of AI and self-driving cars, the human heart still beats in real time. The invitation from Ram Dass is as timeless and as simple as it gets. Just stop, take a breath, and be here now. Because it's the only place anything real is ever actually happening.